maybe, Jeff, you could announce on the Malinchem group that I'm on. I announced on NSN. I mean, this other one is what? 15.5. They're both 15.5. So let me label that one too. MCG 2-23-5. And again, I'm not using a filter. So it's not too bad. And how far away are those galaxies?
On this night McG 2-23-5 is best visible between 1459 and 2303, with the optimum view at 1853. In the following 30 days this object remains undetected.
So this object is not detectable in my 16-inch. This is... Thanks, Jeff. Yeah, according to Sky Tools, this is not visible in my 16-inch scope with an eyepiece, that's for sure. But this is 100,000 light years in diameter. The one at the bottom right, and it's 400 million light years from Earth. Amazing. And this is with a 3-second exposure. Seconds. Gain. High conversion gain. dB2. And as far as exposure time, 3 seconds, and gain is 40. Yep, 3 seconds. I'm going to bring over the center view cursor. This is the Sky Tools DSS image. The 2 MCGs at the bottom and the main galaxy at the top. There's some other fainter galaxies, some leaders nearby. There's a leader. Might be out of the field of view. What's 1, 2, 1, 2? Bright star. I don't see him. But I have the microphone in the webcam. Why is it breaking up? How's that? Any better? Yeah, raise the overall volume. The problem is I thought the Sky Tools object information narration was too loud, so I turned it all down. But I guess it turned me down too much. That's, what's the phase of the moon today? How old is the moon?
On this night, moon was best visible between 2045 and 2130, with the optimum view at 2029. It was in Taurus, very low in the western sky during evening twilight. It was magnitude -4 with a diameter of 29.6. The moon is a natural Earth satellite.
See, that's, yeah. I gotta figure out where in Sky Tools I can turn that off. Oh God, okay. See, if I have that up loud, then you can barely hear me, but if I turn it down, then you can't hear me. So what else do we have around here? Or I can go to the other side of the world. I was looking at M67.
The telescope is slewing.
There's M67, so let me erase some of the stuff that no longer applies. This is, what is this? This is M67. Let me go to there, open sound settings, opens volume mixer, and then I want to turn Epic Pen, right now, Epic Pen. I can turn the interactive atlas volume down. Hopefully that does it. Microsoft Edge, Snagit Editor, Epic Pen. Okay. Hopefully that'll do it. Let's call up and see what happens. I'm going to go to M67 and call up what it says.
On this night, Tyche 00814-1631-1 is best visible between 2032 and 2305.
Better. Yep. Let me volume mixer, and let me turn it down a little bit more. Interactive Atlas down to 10. Okay, so that should be. So there's another cluster. What does that look like? They show a bunch of
telescope position synchronized.
There's a Leda Galaxy magnitude 15 right on the edge of the cluster.
The telescope is slewing.
bright star. Is there a double star near the... I don't see that. Okay, who's calling? My neighbor wants to know if I'm up. Tell him I'm in the observatory. See, there's a double star. I'm trying to find this leader galaxy. So it was like flip mirror. Yeah, your mask made a difference. The atmosphere was not nearly as bad as it has been. It's pretty steady this evening. Let's see if I can go at a longer. I'm at 3 seconds. Let me see what happens with 5. Did I get what 5? Oh yes, I did. I sent that to Rock, and I sent him your note that because of the type of material, maybe it wouldn't work for metal. So we'll have to see what he comes up with. Come on, neighbor. Can I see much? Maybe I'll go to the moon. I'm trying to picture. There's that double star at the top. Where is that? Let me get a DSS image to see if I can figure out what it's supposed to look like. Get DSS image at cursor. It may be a faint object that... Wow, yeah, okay. That's why I can't see it, because I can't even see it with the DSS image. That's bad. They say 14.9 is the magnitude, but it's really spread out. Well, let me do a meridian flip. Let me see if I can go to Regulus. Let me make sure the ladder's out of the way first. Yeah. I hate to crash into it. I did that once at a star party. Hi, Bob. Let's see, I'm going over to Regulus. Slew 2 and center at...
The telescope is slewing.
I hate this new Sky Tools. It says it's 7:30 at night. It is not 7:30 at night. It is now 21:36 at night. Yes, okay. And now Regulus is on the western side of the meridian. Slew to in center at
The telescope is slewing.
I'm going to the moon. Stop the stacking. Oh, and Jeff and others, I did make a mistake. I had gain at 160. That was max gain. That's why I got away with 3 seconds on those galaxies earlier. I just realized that when I went to turn everything down to get to the moon. Of course. Okay. Whoa. Let's, how about a white balance? That looks better. Might need more than a 1/10 of a millisecond, huh? Boy, not much. I get gain is almost. Yeah, let's see. Default histogram. Okay, default histogram. Hey, Rusty. Yeah, default histogram. Where was my about 1.3 on the gamma? Gamma. .30. Okay. And my exposures are non-existent. Bump, bump. Gain is 1. And the exposure is 0.4 milliseconds. Okay. That'll do it for now. Not too bad. What if my neighbor's gonna come over? He's the one that was a godsend. this yesterday with his John Deere picking up all of the debris and bringing it to the burn pile. That would have been backbreaker. Let's see, east is west, west is east since the meridian flipped. I don't want to mess with focus tonight because it was perfectly focused for the stars, and if I go and refocus for the moon when I go back to the stars, I'll have to put the mask back on. So I'm on. Zoom.
Telescope position synchronized.
So I centered on Tycho. That would be a challenge. So we're going to see our galaxy right next to the moon. That might be pushing my luck. Hi, Rodney. Evening, Howard.
The telescope is slewing.
This may be ridiculous to try to even see if I can get this. But there's a 10th magnitude galaxy close to the moon. Not gonna happen. Nope. Let me move to something further away. That was So this is, oh, let me center this. Okay, center chart, it's Slew to and center at cursor.
The telescope is slewing.
Okay. I may be far enough from the moon to pick this up. Let me try. I got gain 40. Sombrero Galaxy, let's see. Okay, so this is M104. M104. considering how close it is to the moon. Let me try white balance. Okay. So I'm at 40, 40, 40. What is gain? Gain now is back to 40, my normal. And my exposure time, what am I going to? Oh, you mean what? Put the white balance somewhere near the galaxy? And right now my exposure time, that's a half second. Let me go to 1 second. Wait. I can only type. 1 second is too much. 3/4 of a second. Where is the histogram? Let's do some stacking. Okay, 3/4 of a second. Let me see what Sky Tools gives me as far as distance. There's the moon, so if I right click on the moon and get angular measurement, (11.5 degrees away. So I'm 11.5 degrees from the moon. I'll take it. Three-quarters of a second exposure. Not bad at all. Ladder out of the way. Turn off the blue lights in here. Forgot I had those on. Where's my sharpness? So I do have the sharpness is off. So let me go to maybe 50. Sure looks like it, doesn't it, Jeff? I just did a periodic error correction and I got it applied now. Ah, crap. Guess what rate I was in, Jeff? Damn. Okay. They look similar. See the one up here? That's the solar rate. And this is sidereal rate. I was in solar. They should put a picture of the sun, not a graphic. Let's try it again. Thank God somebody knows what I'm doing. It was funny, after Katrina did what it did to New Orleans, it was strange driving around in town. I had never seen vultures in New Orleans. I'd never seen coyotes in New Orleans, hawks, you name it. Yes, it is. I wonder if Ray said that if I take a curve, I may have to apply the inverse of the curve. Let me make sure I got the curve applied. Let's see. It's got periodic error correction enabled. I'm gonna something's not right, Jeff. I'm in the right tracking rate. Maybe I'll turn off the periodic error correction. I turned off PEC. Now let me restack. There's things I have to learn about that. He said you get a curve, then you can apply the curve, or you can apply the negative of the curve, the inverse. What I didn't do is, after I developed the curve tonight and applied it, I didn't do another sample run of another 45 minutes to see if it was correct. So it may be that I have to take the data, create the curve, and apply the inverse curve. So right now I have the periodic error correction off. I'm definitely going to show Ray Graylick, send him these videos tomorrow and get his comments. He's the author of HemPro program. Okay, what else is up there? So that's 46 degrees up. Let me see if I can get further away from this. Let's go to M5.
The telescope is slewing.
Okay, I'm looking at the dome, right? Yep. Okay, there's M5. Okay, so let me put that in the center. Erase. Let me move it up to the center. Oh, that's looking nice. Let me go to 1 second exposure, maybe. That's 1 second. And this is M5. I'm a little bit further away from the moon. Let me sync on M5. There's a Palomar globular nearby Palomar 5. I started looking at the Palomars. Sync telescope to cursor.
Telescope position synchronized.
So I'm synchronized now to M5. I wonder what Palomar 5 looks like in a DSS image. Most of them fairly small and faint. Get DSS image. That's definitely not worth looking for. Yeah, it does look good. So it is 10 o'clock already. Wow. Hercules is up already? Son of a gun. Yes, it is. Yes, there is. Am I? I don't know if I'm live stacking or not. Let's see. No, I haven't enabled live stack. Now I will. Let me see if it smooths out a little bit of noise. Yeah, I'm going to go to M13 next. It's going to be, it'll be above 30 degrees. That should be above the tree line to the northeast. That's 100% zoom there. 400 is a little bit too much. That's 200. 100. 67. And then if you have a mouse with a scroll wheel, just click on it and it gives you full screen. The histograms don't line up. Let me try, see what the white balance does. Yeah, now they line up. Hi, Don. Hey, Jeff. Yeah, I'm doing live stacking now with the PEC off, and it seems to be working better than it did with the PEC on, so I'm gonna get with Ray tomorrow. My neighbor wants to know if I'm still here. Okay. Wow, okay. Well, let me stop the live stacking, which I think I was doing. So I was. Click. And let's go to M13. Slew to and center at cursor.
The telescope is slewing.
I gotta move the dome, for sure. But at least it'll get us away from the moon. A little bit lower in the sky, so there's a little bit more light pollution. So I'll have to do another white balance. Okay. It's amazing this stuff is up already. Okay, white balance time. So it was at 0, minus 44, minus 6. So it did change some of the values slightly. Do I have dark enabled? Sync telescope to cursor.
Telescope position synchronized.
Okay. I'm applying a dark still. It might have been a 5-second dark. Yep, I still got a dark applied. With a lower gain, even though it's 5 seconds, just try 2 seconds. Two is too much. Okay, let's go 1.5. 1500 milliseconds. So this is, how high are we? Altitude's 32 degrees. So we're now at 1.5 seconds. .5 seconds. That looks kind of red. Where's my saturation? Lowered the saturation to get some of that red out of there. And this is M13. Okay. Vega's below, Vega's low, and Lyra's, you know, Lyra's only 15 degrees up now, so the ring is out. It's not too bad. I guess tonight I have to go in and read the friendly manual some more on how do I do an inverse curve and apply it. So I just raised the black to 10. Nope, no filters tonight. I had thought about putting the Orion Skyglow imaging filter in, but I didn't want to put a filter in when I did my Pempro run, so I left the filter off. Noticing the histogram moving a little bit. It's probably not the best of nights. There was some haze at sunset. The neighbor behind me decided to light up a big bonfire and burn some of his trash. Luckily he was to the southwest of me and the wind was blowing it away from the observatory, but it's like wait till dusk and then light up a fire. Not the brightest thing you could do. do not like the new Sky Tools. It won't let me sort the columns because Greg has the columns sorted the way he likes them. Nobody here. Wait, I need to see a badge, man. I know.
You got anything going on in there?
Yeah, I've got the.
Oh.
I got 12 people watching, and I got a globular star cluster.
Look at this. Globulous star
That's
cluster.
hundreds of thousands of suns gravitationally bound together in one little area of the sky.
Yeah, it's got little shits in there. It's cool as hell, ain't it?
And let's see, how far away is it? Let's see, where's the information on this?
On this night Hercules globular is best visible between 23:18 and 5:16, with the optimum view at 3 o'clock.
It is 26. How many zeros? 26,000 light years from Earth.
How can that be possible?
So light traveling at 186,000 miles per second took 26,000 years to get here. So you're looking 26,000 years in the past.
That don't even sound right. Look at that stinger. Look, he's looking out there. You see where he's at now. See?
Aimed over there. Yeah. I mean, pretty low. It's not, you know.
Look at that.
Is that messing up your flashlight?
Huh?
Is that messing up him shining the light?
A little bit, but it'll go away. You know.
Yeah, I ain't heard
Actually, I could probably flip this up for now because the scope's aimed away from. I do this.
Big thing is.
That's the 16-inch I picked up in Canada when I went to the Star Party last year.
It's amazing it's gonna do all this
So
shit.
amazing.
Look at the shit. Look at the weight for the shit.
That's got almost 200 pounds of counterweight. And I could tell when it all slid off the shaft and just missed my foot because I forgot to secure the locks.
Kind of crushed it.
Yeah. I was going to see where this galaxy is I was going to go to.
Look how he goes to the left and
Look
then.
at that star up there.
I know,
So
I
what's
keep
supposed to be
some-
going on tonight? It's something to do with Halley's Comet, isn't
Oh,
it?
that's the
Midnight?
meteor shower. It's remnants from comets are dirty snowballs, ice and dust, and as they pass, they leave debris, and every now and then the Earth's orbit brings it through this path of junk, and when those particles hit the atmosphere, they burn up. You know, because of the impact and the speed. They're not big. They might be the size of a green pea, but they hit the atmosphere at like say 12,000 miles an hour. And they just go poof.
So that's happening at midnight tonight, like.
The best time to see it is because of the way the Earth turns. 24 hours a day. In the morning sky, the Earth is turning into the dust cloud, so you see them better. At nighttime, the Earth is turning away from the dust cloud, so it doesn't. The velocity of moving towards it is higher than the velocity moving away, so it's best early in the morning.
So you're gonna be out here parking with it?
No, I don't think it's sleep. But let me see, where's that
Where
guy?
were you at in '86 when Halley's Comet
Costa Rica on top of a volcano.
watching it? You went there specifically for that? Wow.
Yeah.
What?
The local astronomy club, remember
Costa Rica.
Nash Roberts?
Yeah.
He organized a trip.
And he was there, and y'all. Oh my God.
He got a free trip out of it. He was shrewd, you know.
Yeah.
You slick.
But it was a week down there in Costa Rica. Airfare,
Wow.
hotels, all the meals, everything else for like $700.
What?
Yeah.
You know, we
Wow.
flew into San Jose, Costa Rica, took a train to the Pacific coast, saw Halley's Comet at the Pacific coast, went back to San Jose, and then it was Friday or Saturday night. Friday night or Saturday night, we went up to the top of Mount Arazu. It's a dormant volcano just outside of San Jose.
That's unreal.
First of all, it was cold as heck. We had brought our blankets from the hotel, and it was like the New Orleans lakefront in the summertime. Everybody was up there partying.
Damn.
They were playing soccer. They had bonfires going.
Damn.
Big party going on at 10,000 feet.
That's crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Unreal.
really.
And we were passing around a Jägermeister bottle, and you know, and trying to stay warm. Halfway down the mountain, we stopped at this little bar overhanging the side of the mountain. We got coffee.
That'd be awesome.
Friend of mine.
What month was that?
That was April.
April?
Yeah. George Frichter, he decides he's going to get friendly with the locals, and he brings me Jägermeister, and they finish it off, and then they start drinking rum, and he didn't make it down the mountain without erupting. We had to take him out of he threw up everywhere. Oh God.
Then he took us to Waveland down there. I was a senior in high school, and we watched it on the beach in Waveland.
For a bunch of times we saw it on the beach. Oh yeah.
wow.
Oh yeah. Where?
How often does it come through?
76 years. So
Oh,
you
wow.
you have a chance.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was see, it was 80,
Remember this now.
86 plus 76, so 62, 2062,
Yeah.
Mm.
like 42 years.
2062.
How
Yeah.
would we be in 2062?
64, 60.
Let's see.
Yeah, 60.
I might be around. Shit.
They call it a once in a lifetime comet because of how unless you live exceptionally long.
Well, it's a possibility, you know.
Wow.
It didn't. Wait a minute. There's the Whirlpool Galaxy. Let's see if I can find it.
Okay,
Click.
he knows his shit.
Slew to insert. So what? The scope's gonna move.
The telescope is slewing. Slow complete.
Okay.
There you go. Fuck over there.
Let's see if I've got the galaxy in here now. Okay. I have to go to longer exposure. Okay, where's my cursor? Lost the cursor. Give it 5 seconds and see what happens.
He's been doing this shit so long. He knows it.
First telescope, 1968. I missed
Oh
the
my God, it was the year I was born.
I missed the galaxy.
Ooh,
Son of a gun.
that's all right.
Oh, you know the termites are out.
Yeah.
I was walking out there and I felt these things crawling around my neck. It's like, what the?
That's probably why you missed it just now. I don't know where. Look up there. God.
I definitely missed the galaxy, so where I gotta find a star nearby and sync on it. Let's go to Alcade. Center view.
So if I got up at midnight and looked outside, would I see something maybe?
Is it the Lyra? You'd have to look at the constellation Lyra, which is rising now low in the northeast. So,
I look towards the police department.
but yeah, but late it's gonna be higher in the sky then.
Northeast Canada, this is right.
Let's see.
That's east. That's
And wake up at midnight. and
Slow to
Wait,
wait.
There by, what's her name's house? Michelle's, whatever.
Okay, so now let's see if I can go to this bright star. Slew to and center at cursor.
The telescope is slewing.
So I'm moving to a bright star,
Really?
and I think it went past. So now I gotta
Slow
find.
complete.
Look at that.
Let me go to a shorter exposure. Let me look in the IP. I gotta find. Where's the finder? Excuse me. Let me see. Where's my hand controller? Let's see.
The
here.
mosquitoes don't eat you up out here?
Not tonight. Let me put this up a little higher.
Yeah.
I need this column to lift the telescope high enough.
Look at that shit. It's amazing.
All it takes is money. There it is. Okay.
Look, you see what he did? He
Oh
has
my
feet down
God,
there.
look at
Park
it.
with Look, he's hanging it up.
Yeah,
till he
up,
found
down,
it.
left,
Oh,
right
wow.
arrows, you know.
See? Till he found it.
Okay, now what is that?
That is a bright star
Look at that view.
in.
Look at it moving.
Oh, I was touching the scope.
Look.
So now I got to put the crosshairs up, and let me move the star until it's on the crosshairs.
So
See, and that's that star right there on the map. Alcade, it's the star in the handle of the Big Dipper. There's the
Yeah.
Big Dipper right here. So it's the star in the end of the handle of the Big Dipper. And once I get this,
What's the name of it?
Alcade, A-L-K-A-I-D.
That was the star. That was
A lot of Arabic names from a lot of the
So
ancient
tonight, the
astronomers.
stuff you were looking at, like people in Australia, like where, who else was looking at it? It was the stuff that you were showing.
Telescope position
Right now we have Jeff,
synchronized.
he's in Baltimore, Howard's outside of Chicago,
Okay.
Rusty's in Oklahoma,
Where's the
Don's
water
up in
rock at?
Canada, Bernie's in Tucson. You know, so it's-
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
Rock sleeping tonight?
yeah, he actually did a broadcast last night.
Yeah.
First time the mice just destroyed one of his telescope mounts. They chewed all the wiring
Oh
up.
my God.
He's pretty good
The
with it.
telescope is slewing.
I'm going to see if I can find that galaxy now. I think I got the I think that's the
Slow
core.
complete.
I see something there,
There's-
yeah.
That's the bright core of the galaxy, I think. And we'll know for sure when I go to 5 seconds. Let's see what happens. Oh, that and that.
Yep. Look at that. Look, Lou.
That's crazy.
Like a big pinwheel. Yeah.
What's them swirls about?
That's a spiral galaxy. That's
Damn.
hundreds of millions of suns.
God.
And those are two galaxies that are colliding. They think the small galaxy passed behind the big galaxy and drew some of the material out. You can see how this arm is
Yeah.
not nice and smooth, but it's kind of bent out
Look at that.
by gravity pulling it up.
Wow.
And then I can tweak it a little bit more. This is 5-second exposure. That's the histogram. And a satellite just went right through the field of view.
Wow.
That's a satellite. Phew, and it's gone. White balance. You can see that the light's composed of red, green, blue, and they're not right on top of each other. The curves are kind of shifted. The green's this way, the blue's that way. Well, you can do a white balance, which will help to get them all to align up, hopefully.
What did you call
See?
them? That's galaxies, those two there?
That's two galaxies, yeah.
How many miles away?
Oh, no, I didn't want to do that. Oh, hit the wrong button.
On this night, Whirlpool Galaxy is best visible between 1:14 and 4:44, with the optimum view at 1:15. Look,
43 million light years from Earth. You're looking 43 million years
Just, I
in the
can't
past.
fathom
That
that.
don't even sound, yeah. That's unreal, man. That's.
I did a talk once at a middle school in, was it based? No, Gulfport. And I titled it Telescopes or Time Machines.
Exactly.
I mean, you look at the sun, you're looking at the sun as it was 7 minutes ago.
Oh, wow.
It took light that long to get here. You know, when you look at Jupiter, it's like an hour ago. When you're looking at the moon, it's 2.5 seconds ago. You're never seeing something exactly as it is right now. It's always slightly further in the past.
Really? It's amazing.
So let's see. Now I got the galaxy in. Let me turn off the white balance window to get that little annoying red box out. And I'm going to drop it down a little bit. And then once I get it down a little bit, then I'm going to start stacking.
It's
And
amazing how you do
and with stacking, what you're doing is you take an image and you take another image and you add them together and average them to help. See how it looks a little grainy, a little noisy right now? Well, as they start averaging, it'll start smoothing out and you'll start seeing more and more detail. And then you can zoom in.
Look at that. That's amazing to know we can even see, you know, with that telescope and all. Y'all seen the sun a while back. That dude he had a shine on the sun with you.
Yeah, I had the
Just
sun.
unbelievable.
Yeah.
I guess you would get in a spaceship in a minute, huh?
Not now. I'm a little bit too old for that. When I was younger, yeah, who knows? I don't know. Now, I don't know.
Look at this layout he's got.
Mhm.
Look how big
I'm-
this dome is. It's a lot bigger than it looks outside. Look
People-
at it. Jeez.
Look at it and they say, well, God, yeah, but it took me from '68 till now to get it. I mean, I've built an observatory in New Orleans East.
Yeah, you know me. It's crazy. Look
All
at
out of homemade dome with fiberglass. I've used that C-Flex boat building material and resined it up and made it into a dome, and then I hired a guy with a chop strand mat machine to chop strand it and help smooth out some of the imperfections.
Yeah.
It must have weighed 2,000 pounds. It was no. And it wasn't motorized.
Yeah,
It
that's what I'm
was-
saying. Just unrealistic.
Mhm.
Pretty cool. I like that they're all set up. That's his shit.
Not bad considering how big how bright the moon is.
I know.
And you look at this galaxy. The core is goldish color.
Yeah.
Older stars. The older stars are glow gold, whereas the newer stars, like in these arms here, these are bluish stars. They're younger, hotter stars.
Yeah.
I can see that
Will that eventually burn out or whatever? Or?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. When they exhaust all of their fuel, yeah, they'll burn out. But some of them will go supernova. Some of them will black dwarf.
You know?
Please squat down so you can get a picture of
Never know.
But
What's that supernova mean?
I've seen there's a galaxy right now that has a supernova in it. It's a star that started shrinking because of gravity, and it got to the point where it was so compressed it just like an atomic bomb just went off.
God.
And there's a galaxy right now where there's one visible. It's like the star wasn't there, and all of a sudden now you can see the star.
Isn't that crazy?
And as bright as it is, if you're in that galaxy, you can imagine how bright that star is.
Oh.
And you're talking about millions of years
Yeah.
away from us. It's,
Phenomenal.
yep.
Can't explain it.
No.
Yeah,
You're starting to see a little bit more detail in it.
yeah, you see it. You're right.
I wonder if I can go with a longer exposure. Let's see. Will it let me? It may not let me.
Fought around with this shit all day.
Oh yeah.
Paul never got into this.
No, he's into camellias. He's into plants. You know, plants, cars, railroads, how much freight they
History,
haul,
yeah. Yeah.
genealogy.
Yeah.
He's got
Yeah.
Well,
man.
he knows his shit.
He's like a walking encyclopedia. You know? But
It really is. It's a memory bank.
But where's the? Let me see if I can pull up an image.
Fix that to do.
Let me see in here, DSS image. Get a DSS image at the cursor. The Digital Sky Survey. They've taken pictures of almost everything in space. And
Look at that.
Let
How
me-
many people are like you
Look at
around
this
the United
squirrel right
States
there.
that
mirror.
signed up?
I'm gonna mirror it. So now it's pretty close to my,
Yeah.
and now I gotta flip it.
Yeah.
You know, now flip it. So yeah.
Mr. Jack, how many people are like you that signed up in y'all's little around the United States y'all little gang roughly?
A couple of thousand in this group, you know. Okay.
It's good.
But yeah, I was supposed to visit with. Bob is not on tonight. No, I was supposed to meet up with Bernie at the Grand Canyon. That got canceled.
Yeah.
I met up with Jeff outside of Buffalo last year on the way back from Rockstar Party.
Yeah. See, that's awesome how y'all get to do that.
I was gonna meet with Rusty in Oklahoma,
Yeah.
but just
Yeah, I know.
everything fell apart this
They
year.
might come back together. Let's see.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Gotta get together, you know. That's
Yeah.
awesome. She can do it, you know.
I know it.
What do y'all see?
But
Oh,
Blessed.
mm-mm,
Uh-huh.
look at
that is cool.
Yep. Keep our health and
And I'm recording the screen right now. I got an hour and 11 minutes of recording. I use a program to grab the screen and it grabs the microphone audio, so then I take these videos and I post them up on YouTube afterwards.
That's
So
so
How
cool.
often do you do that?
every time I observe.
So what is the special part about tonight?
The Lyrid meteor shower. It's, let me see, where's Google? God. I think it's Lyrid. Is that right, guys? Tonight's the Lyrid meteor shower? Lyrid. Lyrid meteor shower. The April Lyrids, no, that's April. Around April 22nd each year, so it's not, okay. What's the May meteor showers? Yeah, Jeff, what moon? You know, to get a view like this when there's a moon in the sky, it gets so much better when there is no moon.
Yeah, but it's still pretty though.
Oh yeah.
I'm satisfied. Yeah.
I spent the first like hour doing a curve analysis. You model the drive in the mount because there's two gears. There's a big round gear and there's a little circular gear that turns, and it turns the big gear. Well, there's always errors in the machining on the gears. Well, you can model how much error there is in the gear and then apply a correction. Well, it actually made it worse. But then they say you can take and do the inverse of the curve, and where it was high, now you put in a low, and it goes to zero.
And it made it worse? Damn.
I have to get with the author of the program
Oh, my gosh.
tomorrow to find out what did I do wrong.
Yeah. Pretty cool how you know how to do it. It's amazing.
Yeah.
That's good.
We appreciate it, Lauren.
We don't want to bother you.
No problem.
What about the moon? Like one day when they have the moon, a good
Yeah,
moon,
he'll
let
call
us
us.
know.
Yeah, I'd love to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
moon and the sun.
We appreciate it so
Yeah,
much.
that's awesome.
Yeah, they wouldn't leave me alone.
Look at that moon right now.
Yeah, you don't need a light. Yeah, I mean, I'm aimed over here. Where's the handle? See, there's the handle of the thing, too. And I'm aimed to the end of the end star. Okay, I'm just above it. Is where I'm aiming. As you can see, the handle of the Big Dipper, and then the cup right over there. The North Star is right over there. And the cup, the two outer stars through the cup, aim directly at the North Star. Yeah. Y'all have a good evening. No problem, anytime. Will do. I'm back. That was my neighbor, the chief of police, and his wife and his niece. They live across the street. That's not bad. No, this is not M13. God. Too many things going on. How about M51? Yeah, they drove over in their little golf cart just to watch the show. That's not looking bad. Yeah, Jeff, with the right now with the periodic error correction off, it's tracking pretty well. I'm gonna have to get with Ray Graylick tomorrow and find out, should I try and adding an inverse of the curve to see if it makes it better, because adding the curve must have amplified the errors instead of wiping them out. Let's see if I can somehow get this to, I'm going to stop the stacking. I'm going to see if I can go to trigger mode. And let's go to 8 seconds in loop. 8 may be too much. So let's try stop and let's go to 7 seconds. Yeah, I asked him, is there a way of playing with the data? And he told me where I could look for the data. And then there's, like I said, the manual is like 250 pages. I mean, there's ways of massaging the data. He even mentions in the manual, like, create a curve, apply the curve, check it out. If it makes it worse, then apply the negative of the curve to the amount. There's different things you can do and play with to make it better. So now I'm at, what did I say, 7 seconds? I wasn't at 1.5 seconds. I was at 5 before. Man. It's hard to keep my mind straight when I have company. So I'm at 7 seconds. Okay. Yeah, you can save the file. You could create the curve. You can apply the curve. You can apply the negative of the curve. There's all kinds of features in Pempro. It's not looking too bad. I had lowered the gamma before, I think. Yeah, 1.3. Maybe I'll try pushing the gamma up. Yeah, it did. I guess it all depends on what part do you want to look at. 1.4. Okay. I think I still have sharpness at 50%, I think. Sharpness is at 50, yeah. I forgot to put that down. %. Okay, 50% sharpness. Yeah, the companion galaxy was at IC 4278. Oh, they're both there. Okay, let me mark that. I see 4278. What's its magnitude? Is right here. There. And the other one is IC 4277, which is right IC 4277. 4277 is an edge on. And what's the magnitude? 16.5, 17.2. No, I did not. I'm going to have to use that first contact. I've used that before. Yep. The key is letting it thoroughly dry. I know somebody who didn't let it dry and he started removing it and it came off in about 10 million pieces. When I did it with my 17.5-inch mirror, I let it dry, I think like at 24 hours or 48 hours, and it came off in one big round sheet of saran wrap. It looked like. But I just got to do it. Right now it looks like there's just one bad spot. So you can put it in one little spot with the tab and just, when it dries, pull it right off. This is starting to look pretty good. I should be capturing frames. It's kind of late for that. Oh, that screwed up the placement of the pointers. There they are, right there. Okay. This is 7 seconds, 40 gain, 1.4 gamma. Yeah, getting down to 17.2 with the moon that close. Not bad. You're also starting to see some of the cloud, star cloud stuff that was stars ripped from the two galaxies by their collision. I like telling people, you look at this, here you got this nice, almost a 90-degree bend in that spiral arm. As opposed to having a nice smooth curve. And that had to be because of the interaction of the two galaxies when they passed each other, distorting that one spiral arm. Very interesting. Is there anything else nearby I can look at? Because I'm getting tired. I've been up and I have to get up early with the wife and take her to the her diabetic doctor. Yep, it is. I'm going to go to the sunflower. Center view at cursor. Slew to and center at
The telescope
cursor.
is slewing.
So I'm going to the sunflower.
Slew complete.
Bump, 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 bump. I think we're looking at a dome. Let's see. Yes, we are. Okay, let's see. So let me center that. A little bit too far. I think this will be my last object for the night. Oop. Oop, oop, oop. That's close enough. White mallets. Well, maybe it's just definitely got to be moon interfering with this. Let me go to 5 seconds. And start the live stack. Let me change this to 5 seconds. Don't need a biggie like that. How about 5 seconds? Okay. And this is going to be the sunflower M63. Okay. You can see some of the detail, but it's really not popping out like it should. That moon is killing it. Timber. So what? There went my light barrier. I have a light cloth that I use to block the light from the monitor. And I just knocked it down. Oh, it's back up. One of these days I'll nail it up so it can't fall down. Okay. Well, I don't think that's not going to come out better. Well, Jeff, Bernie, and Don, and guess I'm going to shut her down for the night. Glad you're able to stop by. And if it's clear, maybe I'll try it again tomorrow night. Y'all have a good evening.